Imagine you meet someone who looks completely perfect. Clean clothes, perfect hair, expensive lifestyle, a high-paying job, and a calm, confident voice. He knows exactly what to say, how to act, and how to impress everyone around him. From the outside, it feels like he has everything figured out. But now imagine that inside his mind, there is nothing. No real emotions, no real connection, just an empty space that keeps growing. This is the story of American Psycho, and today we are going to explain it in the simplest way possible so you can truly understand what is really going on. Let us start with the main character. His name is Patrick. Every single day, he follows a strict routine. He wakes up, looks at himself in the mirror, and carefully prepares his appearance. He uses expensive products, chooses perfect clothes, and makes sure everything about him looks flawless. This routine is not just about looking good, it is about control. It is about building an image that others will admire. Because for Patrick, how he looks is more important than how he feels. Now imagine living in a world where everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is trying to look better, richer, more successful than everyone else. They compare small details like business cards, restaurants, clothes, and even how they speak. Conversations are not real conversations. People talk, but nobody truly listens. It is like everyone is pretending to be someone they are not. This is the world Patrick lives in. At first, everything seems normal. Patrick goes to work, meets people, goes out at night, and lives what looks like a successful life. But slowly, you start to notice something strange. He does not react to things the way a normal person would. He does not feel real happiness, real sadness, or real empathy. It is like he is copying emotions instead of actually feeling them. He smiles because he knows he is supposed to smile. He talks because he knows what people expect him to say. But inside, there is nothing. This emptiness starts to grow. Patrick becomes more obsessed with control. He wants to be better than everyone else, not just in money, but in every detail. If someone has something nicer than him, even something small, it bothers him deeply. This shows that his identity is not real. It depends entirely on how he compares to others. Now here is where things begin to change. Patrick starts having very dark thoughts. At first, it feels like these thoughts might just be in his imagination. But as the story continues, those thoughts become more intense, more detailed, and more disturbing. The movie does not clearly tell you what is real and what is not. This is very important. Think of it like this. Imagine you are dreaming, but you are not sure if you are asleep or awake. That is how Patrick's world feels. Some moments seem normal, and then suddenly things become extreme and unrealistic. This creates confusion, not just for the viewer, but for Patrick himself. He is losing the ability to separate reality from imagination. As Patrick becomes more unstable, his behavior changes. During the day, he continues to act normal, going to work, talking to people, and maintaining his perfect image. But underneath that surface, everything is falling apart. His thoughts become more chaotic, and his actions become more unpredictable. He is no longer in control of himself, even though he tries to appear that way. One of the most important parts of the story is how people around him react, or more accurately, how they do not react. Patrick starts saying strange and disturbing things openly, almost like he is asking for someone to notice, for someone to stop him. But nobody does. People are so focused on themselves, on their own image and status, that they do not pay attention. Even when something is clearly wrong, they ignore it. This shows a deeper idea. The world that Patrick lives in is just as empty as he is. Everyone is disconnected. Everyone is focused on appearance instead of reality. In a world like this, it becomes possible for someone like Patrick to exist without being truly seen. Now let us go deeper into the meaning. Patrick is not just one person. He represents something bigger. He represents what happens when identity is built only on external things like money, status, and appearance. When there is no real connection, no real emotion, and no real purpose, a person can start to feel like they do not exist at all. The confusion in the story is also important. We are never given clear answers about what is real and what is imagined. This is not a mistake. It reflects Patrick's mental state. His reality is unstable, and the movie makes you experience that instability with him. Now let us simplify everything. American Psycho is not really about actions or events. It is about emptiness. It is about what happens when someone has everything they are told should make them happy, but still feels nothing. Patrick tries to fill that emptiness with control, perfection, and extreme behavior, but none of it works. The story asks a powerful question. If your identity is based only on what others see, do you actually have a real identity at all? and what happens when you realize that everything you built your life on is empty. It also shows how dangerous a disconnected society can be. When people stop paying attention to each other, when they stop caring, it becomes easy for serious problems to go unnoticed. Patrick is not just invisible because he hides. He is invisible because nobody is really looking. In the end, the story does not give you a clear answer, and that is what makes it powerful. It leaves you thinking about reality, identity, and what it means to truly exist. Patrick looks perfect on the outside, but inside he is completely lost. American Psycho is a story about illusion. It shows that a perfect life can be completely empty, and that losing connection to yourself and others can slowly destroy your sense of reality. It reminds us that what really matters is not how things look, but how real they are. If you enjoyed this video and want more movies explained in a simple and creative way, make sure to watch the other videos on the channel. Like, share, and subscribe so you do not miss what comes next.